disrupting the livelihoods of Nigerians, or at least livelihoods of most Nigerians. Do you have any ideas? Let's hear it. Lines open. Call 0817 923 0002 or 0817 923 0003 or 0817 923 0007. Hello.
Good evening, Daniel.
Hi, go ahead.
Okay. Daniel, first of all, please, I would like to know from you. I don't know if you have the answer. What the federal government also did when fuel was 85 now. They came in and they said they wanted to remove subsidy, and then he now jumped to 145. So I don't know what did they do that time.
Well, subsidy.
Removed.
No, subsidy was not removed entirely. During the Jonathan administration, subsidy was removed partially, not entirely.
Mm-hmm. So, and again, from then, they said they wanted to remove it again. So, I see, first of all, I think they need to be sincere to us. First of all, because it's not after now, we'll start hearing again they want to remove subsidy again. Because nobody really knows how many times they need
there never has been a time when any administration removes subsidy completely. It's always been a partial removal, never complete removal.
Okay. Maybe that being said, I think the first thing they need to do is to make sure our refineries are working. At least, if not all, at least there should be one refinery in each of the states that are producing oil in Nigeria. Because that will go a very long way to make sure that whatever we are refining here, we have enough of it. So that these their landing costs and whatever landing costs that they usually put it will not be there. But my fear is this in everything there are always people involved. These people that are always involved in their landing costs, would they allow our refineries to start working?
Are you referring to existing refineries? Because when you say that they must make sure there is a refinery in every oil producing state, are you referring to existing refineries, or are you suggesting that new refineries must be built first?
If they want to build refineries, that will take a longer time. We all know that,
yes,
right?
Indeed, yes.
But we already have refineries, and those refineries can also, they can see a way to make it work. And also, I hear that there's these modular refineries, and they also need to give those guys the license to also operate. If you ask me, I think they need to give these people that have these modular refineries license. They need to operate so that if whatever we are refining, those other guys will also be refining, and then these things will be cheap, and then we'll find a way, drive away all this smoke fire stuff.
Okay, so for you, basically,
that's my
refineries. Okay, for him, refineries have to be fixed, refineries have to be working. How about you? Hello, you're welcome.
Hello, good afternoon, Daniel.
Hello, go ahead. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Daniel, good afternoon.
Hi, go on, please.
Yeah, knowledge calling for the day. Immediately you mentioned subsidy. I nearly lost my appetite. I was sleeping.
Oh.
Please, I beg you people. They don't worry. They shouldn't bother. It's not necessary.
What is not necessary?
They've tried, they've failed. See, Dayo, there is no how you will peel a yam without touching the inner part of the yam. If you say you want to remove subsidy, it must affect the poor man. You see, the poor masses will even suffer it. Is it now they are trying to leave office, 60% of them will go to be at home? Is that when they want to start thinking of removing subsidy? What happened over 8 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago?
So what's wrong? What's wrong with now?
Dayo, see, let the truth be told. The childhood shows the man as the morning shows the day.
No, hold on.
Guys can't get it right.
What is wrong with now? If it was okay, to have done it 5, 6, 7 years ago.
We are in this country. We've been in this country, and we will still be in this country. No matter where we travel to, we will still find ourselves in this country. This system has been like this. It takes the grace to pull these people out from there. this cycle of subsidy removal will be here. It's like national anthem. It never ends. It never. This next government coming in now will still talk about subsidy. Dayo, let me bet you. They will talk about subsidy. In short, it will be their ringing tone. When they leave, the next one coming will talk about subsidy.
Oh, so you're saying that there's actually no plan to remove subsidy.
They don't have any plan. Dayo, my granddad used to tell me something. He said, he that slept and had a terrible dream and woke up that he fought a lion, who am I going to ask? They are not going to do anything. Happen that.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see, I suppose. Once again, an effort to remove subsidy without disrupting livelihoods. I'm asking you, how can fuel subsidy be removed without disrupting the livelihoods of Nigerians? Hello, you're welcome.
Hello, good evening, Dayo.
Hello, go ahead. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Good evening, Dayo.
You're welcome, go on.
Okay, my name is Caleb from Owerri once again.
Caleb, thank you very much. I think you've called in twice on the show today already. I'd rather hear from somebody who hasn't called in at all. Thank you very much, Caleb, however, for listening in and trying to join the conversation. But I'm sure there are several others who would like to have their voice heard as well. The matter has been discussed on the show. Numbers to call once again: 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello, Dayo.
Hello, go on.
Good evening. Yeah, Dayo, there is no way they can remove subsidy without affecting the average Nigerian. Dayo, the government know the right thing to do before they can talk about subsidy. What I mean by the right thing, there should be refinery working. We have about 3 refineries or 4 refineries. Let these ones work. And then they should be able to think of building other refineries, all the political zones. Then also give license to those that want to also build modeling refinery. How could Aliko Dangote alone could be able to build refinery within a space of time? And the government cannot build one refinery for 8 years or for 24 years in democracy. Cannot build one refinery, cannot also put the refineries that has gone moribund on track. And they are talking about removing subsidy. They want to impoverish Nigerians. And I'm appealing that the labor union should stand firm. They shouldn't remove any subsidy.
All right, so for him, refineries have to be put in place first. Hello, you're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Mr. Dayo. Good evening.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Gostin Portombari, calling from Bonny Island.
Go ahead, please.
Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. We are discussing about the removal of the subsidy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how it can be removed without disrupting the livelihoods of Nigerians.
Hello?
Removal of subsidy without disrupting the livelihoods of Nigerians.
Yeah, for me, it's going to affect us negatively. Because, number one, when you remove the subsidy, there is no alternative. What happened to Warri Refinery?
Alright, still open once again, 0817 923 0002 or 3 or 7. Hello, you're welcome. Please go on.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Emmanuel from Melelo.
Go ahead.
For the removal of subsidy, the thing there is that these people, they are not telling us the truth. Detail they don't want to remove any subsidy. They are just doing it to enrich themselves. You want to look at the humongous amount they say they want to use as a palliatives. That money alone can revive our refineries.
if truly they want to remove subsidy, 8 years is enough for them to program it, not as the verge of their ending of their tenure. They want to tell us that they want to remove subsidy. It's not going to work. I urge the Nigerian Labour Congress not to allow it to work.
Why don't you want?
It's going
Why
to be
didn't?
terrible.
So
Now,
are you saying that subsidy?
Is still there,
Are you saying that subsidy should never be removed at all?
for buying petroleum.
Can you hear the question I'm asking you? Are you saying
Hello?
that? Are you saying that subsidy must never be removed?
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
You program yourself. If you truly love your people, you want to bring support to your people, you program it.
What
It's not a fire
this
approach.
programming that you talk about? What does it entail?
What? You said?
What does the programming entail?
The programming, what I mean by programming is that it is a simple thing that we have about 3 refineries that is not working. Somebody, maybe you have a palm tree in your house bearing palm fruit. You take it to another person to bring oil and palm kernel and whatever to you. You now buy it. Is it not shameful? We have refinery. Let our refinery start working before they do any other thing. If the refinery will start working, or everything, is it only petroleum that we get from the refinery? If the petrochemicals that is embedded in crude oil is about 127 vital chemicals here that can be used to generate other things. This country, I don't know where we are going.
So refineries working is the yardstick for you. Hello?
Good evening, Dayo.
Hello, you're welcome. Go on.
Yes, Obed Chima. Dayo, it's unfortunate that we are still here after these 8 years of the current administration. We are still talking about subsidy removed, subsidy not removed. Dayo, I'm still here to know, and like every other Nigerian, how many liters of petrol do we consume a day? Because the information that we have that Nigerians still export petrol, they are paid the subsidy to a nearby country in Africa here. So how many?
Which is why arguments have been made for removal of subsidy because of the illegal transborder, or what's what I'm looking for right now? The illegal exportation of subsidized commodities to neighboring African countries. That's one of the major reasons for the advocacy of subsidy removal.
Dayo, like every other Nigeria, I think subsidy is good to be removed. And I will tell you, without any equivocation, there is no measure that will put in place that will pushing the effect of this subsidy. I don't know the measure. Is it the $800 million they want to borrow and give to a few families, which we don't even know the identity of the families? I'm not seeing any measure here, Dayo. There is no measure. The only measure is let our refinery put to work, and that is final before subsidy can be removed. Nobody's against it. Nobody say don't remove, but fix the refinery so to be able to reduce the sufferings of the people. That is what Nigeria is asking for. I think I'm in support of Labour.
All right, that's too much I can take as well. I've got a commercial break coming up shortly. Bottom of the hour, headline news. Discussions continue right after. Please stay with us.
My confidence.
Still hard facts in Nigeria. Info and here in Port Harcourt, I'm Dio. Discussions continue. Why not join in? We got 28 to go before 6 p.m. The major news is up at 6. For the moment, FG to remove fuel subsidy without disrupting livelihoods. And here's a bit of the story. The federal government says it is considering how best to achieve subsidy removal without disrupting livelihoods in Nigeria. PEMSEC, Minister of Petroleum Resources, Gabriel Aduda, said this while briefing newsmen at the end of the Nigeria International Energy Summit. He had a few words to say, quote, "We totally understand the importance of removal of subsidy, but we also understand the greater importance of the citizens in the scheme of things. As we speak, we are still taking a very close look at how best to achieve subsidy without disrupting the entire ecosystem of livelihood in Nigeria. Because that is our responsibility as government, we have to ensure that the buffers are in place and forex is made available for imports. We have to ensure that supply is available for a minimum of 6 months to make disruption minimal." He also said that there were quite a number of factors to look at, but the government was committed to it. Well, you've probably heard of some of the things that government is doing or planning to do to serve as a buffer for when eventually subsidy is removed. $800 million borrowed from the federal government to give to the most vulnerable families in the country. There's talk about increasing salaries, or as Labour would like to put it, or would prefer to put it, I suppose, adding some allowance to the salaries of federal workers, also to serve as some kind of a buffer. Reports have had it that there are several other things being considered by government as well to serve as a buffer for the eventual or inevitable removal of fuel subsidy. Question again, how can subsidy be removed such that, the livelihoods of Nigerians will not be disrupted extremely? Lines open, 0817 93 0002 or 0003 or 0007. Also joining via facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Via Twitter and YouTube as well at Nigeria Info PH. Hello, you're welcome. Please go on.
Dario, good evening.
Hello, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Isaac from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, Dario, I'm actually not too comfortable with the position of government with respect to the removal of fuel subsidy. The reason is that, Dario, I'll give you two analogies. The first one, have you ever seen a dog that has a white nose? Certainly not. Is it possible to make an omelette without breaking the eggs? Not at all. So these two analogies are pointers to the fact that, one, a government has came into power with a promise, to do the needful, put up the refinery, repair, fix, and then we can now begin to talk of fuel subsidy. The government has stayed for 7 years, and now 11 months is now coming up with palliative. That's not what we wanted the government to do. Then secondly, the issue of subsidy has been on right from when I was in the university, in the 90s. If it is not partially removed, it will be maybe removed somehow, but we've been hearing of fuel subsidy. I now came to the conclusion, as a historian, that fuel subsidy is a way of buying into the minds of Nigerians. But when the government comes to power, they don't do anything. I explained this. Now, this is what it is with respect to fuel subsidy. We have 3 refineries that are down. The combined output of our 3 refineries is not even up to Dangote's refinery.
4 refineries, I think. But go ahead. 4 refineries, I think, but go ahead.
We have four refineries, 2 in Warri, 1 in Kaduna, 2 in Port Harcourt, 1 in Warri, 1 in Kaduna. Then we have been on turnaround maintenance all this while. All those that said that they are going into private refinery, especially this new one that is in vogue, have 3 stages to go through. Dayo, my brother, how many years does it take to set up a refinery?
Okay, wait.
Do you know that it's possible to get a component of a refinery? As I'm talking to you, in 3 months it will be coupled.
Okay, well, it depends on what kind of refinery, I suppose. However,
I'm talking about modular refinery.
Your earlier analogy doesn't exactly conclude as you might think it concludes. You were talking about how you cannot.
Which of them?
You cannot get scrambled eggs without breaking eggs. And so what? People eat
without
eggs.
Breaking. You cannot make an omelette without breaking the egg.
Okay, omelette. Yeah, okay, omelets are good as well. So people eat eggs every day, and they break the eggs before making the omelette. So if people can break the eggs before making omelette, why can't subsidy be removed?
Well, the truth is this. If you want to remove subsidy, Nigerians will feel the pain. But Nigerians are not afraid of the pains. What they are afraid is that the process has not been transparent over the years. And so whoever is coming now cannot place the burden on them again for trust. That's exactly the truth.
You talked about refineries. The refineries, I suppose, as we speak, are being fixed. And soon, I suppose, based on comments from the current administration, soon will come on stream.
Is it sustainable? Is it today that we started having turnaround maintenance? I'm of the opinion, and in fact, take it from me that I'm very, very skeptical about the position of government when it comes to refinery issue. That's my position. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd say via Facebook, Friday Jacob goes, good evening, Dad. To me, the worst thing that Nigerians can ever imagine has already happened, so we're no longer afraid. But I should not blame anyone for the outcome of it, because believe me, every Nigerian will definitely look for every means to survive when the going becomes difficult. Your thoughts are welcome still on how subsidy can be removed without significantly adversely eroding the livelihood of Nigerians. Commenter, if we're talking about removing subsidy at this time and they have not borrowed to build refineries, it means we're planning for mass barrier implementation. No amount will cushion the effect. No refineries, we're going to resist it. It's anti-human to govern people without a plan and care for them. Good evening, Dan. As it stands now, there is no way fuel subsidy will go without the masses being affected. APC government failed to give Nigerians a working refinery in 8 years, while Dangote as an individual has built one. It's an intentional act. They know what they're doing, and it's well calculated. And that's from Bernard. The removal of subsidy in Nigeria is uncalled for, because necessary things need to be done, like creating jobs and making our refineries work, before talking about removal of subsidy. This government could not do anything within 8 years about the subsidy until they have written their handover notes. Consider this, Dio. You went to your neighbors for a morsel of food he gave you. I hope you could perceive the aroma, but he refused to dish out the food until it was very late. He gave you uncooked rice instead. All the while you knew the food was done. That's the way this government is behaving. Simple Naira redesign, they made a mess of it, let alone removal of subsidy, and that's from Joe. A few more comments. This one's via Facebook. Major Obiora goes, without fixing our refineries, let's watch and see. God Power goes, how possible can that be? I promise you that the pump price of petroleum products will skyrocket as soon as they remove it. Friday Jacob goes, good evening. It's another calculative plot to impoverish the poor masses more, and the end product of it enriches the pockets of our honorables and excellencies. Kelechi Onwama goes, always devising ways of making people suffer. Darlington goes, it's simple by getting the refineries to work first. Belima Fibika goes, this is another way to frustrate Nigerians again. Around the Cletus goes, all of us will buy fuel for over 700 naira. Well, I've got a commercial break coming up now. We'll go for that. Top of the hour, 6 p.m. A reminder is the major news. A review of all these matters discussed on the show today after that during the open season segment. If you haven't had a say thus far, you can do so when I return. Either send in a message via WhatsApp or call any of the numbers. To stick around, Hard Fact returns in a bit.
You are